name is Beck and thank you so much for clicking on today's bump date video. I am 16 weeks along. It seems like from 12 to 16 weeks it has flown by and I'm so excited to be doing this update. So if you like the sound of this video, stick around, give it a big thumbs up to show your support and tap that red subscribe button if you want to come along on this journey for our rainbow baby. So let's get into the bump date. Holy dooly. Flip it.
3+.
No way. Oh, no way. Oh my goodness.
That's my rainbow. I know they're not peanut M&Ms.
Thank you.
Congratulations. As I said in my introduction, I'm officially entering into my 16th week of being pregnant, which is crazy. In this video, I'll be sharing my pregnancy symptoms, the ones that have disappeared, ones that have appeared, any cravings that I've had, and more importantly, how I've been traveling along since our last update. Now that I'm in my second trimester, the ball seems to be picking up pace, which is crazy. It's crazy to even think that in a month's time I'm literally going to be halfway through this pregnancy, which is blowing my mind. I can officially say that I no longer am suffering from morning sickness, which is such a relief. It really kind of disappeared around that 15-week mark, and now that I'm into the 16 weeks, it's gone. I still get hungry, sick if I haven't eaten properly, but I'm not throwing up or dry reaching or anything like that I was in my first trimester. I feel like I'm not having to snack as frequently anymore. I can get into those bigger, more nutritious meals rather than constantly grazing, which is really good. If you are in your first trimester and you're watching this video because you're just curious about how pregnancy progresses, feel free to watch this video up here. I did a video about surviving your first trimester. This is my third pregnancy and all of them have been so different, but I feel like there are some golden rules that really do help you get through that first trimester, so feel free to watch that. I am, like I said, no longer getting morning sickness. I feel like my body in general is actually feeling as good as it was pre-falling pregnant, which is really a relief. This week I've been able to start exercising again. I'm doing nothing strenuous at all, just a couple of walking activities, a couple of arm exercises. I am leaving my core alone because I don't want to put any strain on Bubba, and I'm making sure that my heart rate is staying quite low. I'm not trying to get into that fat burning zone of having my heart rate really high. I'm just about toning at the moment because I feel like I ate a whole heap of junk food in my first trimester. I'm just wanting to make sure that my weight gain is going to be acceptable for being pregnant and I'm not going overboard. I'm extremely emotional at the moment. I'm crying about anything and everything. And I'm just a ball of hormonal emotions, which is, it's interesting really. I feel like maybe it's because of what's happening in the world and being at home with the kids because we're on school holidays. It feels like my world is really different, and I think my pregnancy emotions are heightening how I'm receiving and processing everything at the moment. But I'm definitely crying more in the last 2 weeks. My food aversions have officially started to decrease, which is lovely. I'm able to introduce foods that I haven't been able to stomach anymore. I think it really does go hand in hand with morning sickness and food aversions. I'm feeling that tiredness is no longer one of my big symptoms anymore. I feel like I have more energy, which is really good because I do have 2 toddlers at home with me and I'm working full time, so it's nice to have my energy levels increase back to where they were, which is so good. And when I am lying in certain ways, I can kind of feel like the presence of the baby. I'm not feeling any kicks or any squirming or anything like that yet because I am only 16 weeks, but I feel like something is there, which is fabulous. And the other symptom that is not so good is my heartburn has increased drastically. And I was watching an obstetrician here on YouTube, and she was saying the reason why heartburn can become a bit of a problem in pregnancies is because when your muscles relax, it relaxes the flap between your stomach and the acid comes up. So I know that myself personally in this pregnancy, my muscles have become more relaxed earlier on, and that's the reason why I was getting my wry neck all the way through my first trimester, but instead I've swapped it for heartburn, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm just making sure that I'm limiting my fizzy drinks, and if I am getting a bit of heartburn, I have like a glass of milk. Milkier products definitely seem to calm the heartburn down, which is really good. Second part of this video is any cravings that I've been having. I would say for someone who is lactose intolerant, I've been craving a whole heap of dairy, specifically chocolate. I have a little mix that is Skittles and M&Ms, and I love grabbing just a little handful every now and again and eating that combination, which I know sounds weird, but if you do like that combination, comment below, because I'm finding that some people either love it or they hate it. The other craving that I have had is chocolate donuts, specifically the McCafe ones, because they are the old school donuts that are like super thick. They're like the oven baked ones with the amazing like thick chocolate icing with the little chocolate sprinkles on top. So tasty. And throughout this whole pregnancy, I have been thoroughly enjoying a good old Hungry Jack's hamburger. Oh my goodness, just the flame grilled meat patty with the mustard sauce and the pickle. It has been, yeah, 100% one of my cravings. And the best part is fast food these days seem to be doing an all-day menu, which they haven't been doing in Australia at all. So if I am craving that more savory side for breakfast, then I can just go out and grab a hamburger, which is really cool. Breakfast foods in general are a no-go for me, but something that I'm really loving to make is just an egg on toast, and I have learned to make hollandaise sauce here at home, which I'm thinking is pregnancy safe because you're cooking the egg yolk and then it's just butter, so there's no raw ingredients in it, so I think that's fine. But hollandaise sauce, even just hollandaise sauce on toast, is amazing. I love it. And then the other thing that I've been really enjoying, and like none of these foods are my normal foods, it really is how I eat when I'm pregnant, is I have enjoyed mixing Schweppes lemonade, specifically Schweppes lemonade, with mango nectar or the Golden Circle Golden Pash juice. So I just feel like it's a fancy mocktail and it makes me feel really good about myself. And then I've been snacking on cheese and olives, which I know sounds really Mediterranean, but hey, that's my culture, it's comfort food for me, and I really have enjoyed it. And sometimes if I'm looking for a lazy lunch, I'll heat up some brown rice and I'll put some cheese and olives in it, and it just hits the spot, which is so good. And the last thing I'm going to check in with is just how I'm going, being 16 weeks. And to be frankly honest, I am actually really mentally struggling with it at the moment. So especially the last couple of days, I have been concerned about the baby because I am in that really awkward stage of not experiencing morning sickness and not feeling any kicks. And so I'm so mindful that I don't want anything to go wrong and I want everything to go well. And part of my journey is just trusting God that everything is fine, and if anything isn't fine, that God will help me through it. I unfortunately don't have another appointment for 2 weeks, and then I go up to see my obstetrician, and I think that'll be my like comfort scan, peace of mind scan. I'm hoping that with what's happening in the world that I'm still able to go for my appointment, because I know at the moment our restrictions are you're only allowed to go for essential shopping like groceries and stuff like that, and for medical appointments, and then exercising. So obviously going to see my obstetrician falls under medical appointments. I am really looking forward to making sure that Bub is still healthy and strong, that they're still growing, and that everything's fine. If you do hear me refer to the Bub as they, I am not pregnant with twins at all. It's definitely a singular baby, which is a blessing. Truthfully, I am struggling mentally with the health of this baby and that everything is going alright. After experiencing what I've experienced, I don't take pregnancy for granted anymore. I don't expect that it's going to be a straightforward path anymore, and I'm really mindful of having a child with a disability. I don't know whether it's because I've had a miscarriage or because we're progressing along with having multiple kids because we've already got 2 kids, and like, are you playing Russian roulette? Like, that's what's happening in my head, you know? The more babies that you make, the different combinations of DNA that you have, and it's just, I feel like it's a very big mental mind game in my head, and it's a really big exercise of faith and trust that whatever happens, God knows about it and God will walk through it with me, and I'm not alone in this because I have Mick by my side and I have family and friends that support us every step of the way. But it's how I'm feeling, and I know that, like I said, the naivety of pregnancy being uncomplicated fully smashed apart when we lost Alex. And I'm just wanting to share my story. If we were still in the pregnancy of Alex's, then that would be completely different, because I'm sure I wouldn't be having these feelings, because I never had these feelings with Amira or Zoe. And the thing is, my pregnancy with Alex would have already finished and I would have had Alex in my arms. So I'm super thankful for this bump, and I'm so thankful because this bump wouldn't have existed if my pregnancy with Alex did go through. It's just a very complicated journey. If you want to be part of our journey, and if you want to come along and see the raw realness of what I am experiencing, then by all means feel free to click that subscribe button. I would really love your support. If you have gone through something similar previously, or you're going through it now with your pregnancy, I would love to reach out to you, because even though I feel like I'm alone in all of this, I know that I'm not alone, because the statistics of miscarriages is so high, but just no one talks about it. And it wasn't until we posted the fact that we lost Alex that people reached out, which was amazing. But now on the flip side, I'm going through pregnancy wondering what if every single day, and it would just be really nice to connect with some people who they could share any wisdom because they've been through it and gotten to the other side. I would be greatly appreciated. I'm documenting it because I hope that one day this will help somebody else. So as I say on my channel, this parenting gig, it doesn't come with a rule book, we only have each other, and I would really love to hear from you guys. So please connect with me in the comment section, say hi, drop any words of wisdom, ask me any questions. I'd love to chat with you. If you haven't hit that red subscribe button, please do so to join us on our journey, and tap the bell to get notified, and I'll see you in my next video.